Uh-oh.
You know what, Pete?
What's going on, Ken?
You love to drive instead of fly.
Yes.
I'm wondering if our road trip will change your thinking.
Oh,
For the second year in a row, I was your co-pilot for an 8-hour drive down to the Old Dominion. As quickly as Rusty or Audrey could say, "Are we there yet?" I was already messing with the climate control settings in Pete's Hyundai, because even though Pete was wrapped up tight, I didn't have any other layers to remove. I was getting ready to sweat like a resident of a house of ill repute sitting in church. There are all types of antics that can happen on a road trip. This is one of the many reasons I prefer to fly. Take, for instance, that the passenger side window does not go down in Pete's car. Bear in mind, I am said passenger. I like to eat fatty, fried foods. I'm also known for manufacturing my own kimchi. Do you understand what I'm getting to here?
I didn't ask. No, I'm not going there. I got it.
The night before departing for Virginia, I decided to dine on the triple quad double chimichanga with extra broccoli. What happened about 10 miles past exit 2 westbound on the Massachusetts green stamp was an atrocity. I let one rip that was so vile, so putrid, so incredibly silent and deadly that eyes immediately started to water and tear up as if a SWAT team member had just tossed in a canister into the vehicle in order to flush out a hostage taker.
And that was for the cars following you.
The only thing being held hostage was our olfactory system.
Oh, help us, please.
At this point, I will remind you that my window is not able to roll down. Poor Pete could not operate the actuator quick enough on the other 3 windows in the vehicle.
All down.
And for the next mile, which seemed like 100, we were convinced that our nose hairs were just epilated by a pissed-off blind person with Parkinson's.
I think we need to play a spot now.
Step away from the mic.
Aunt Edna didn't take a dirt nap in the back of this updated American road truckster, but entertaining incidents would certainly occur. Not too long after we stopped at a choke and puke to get a pound of ground round to put down, the pilot's performance started to go from satisfactory to an unsatisfactory rating. Something didn't seem right. And when the first parking lot came up, Pilot Pete pulled in and whipped open his door. We had a lot of stuff in the back seat, so I was thinking he must have stopped to grab something. Nope. There he stood, slightly hunched over, performing a proper Technicolor yawn, not once but twice. Apparently, I was in the presence of a food critic. These were really powerful actions. These were really powerful actions. By the sounds old Pete was making, I was expecting his socks to go hurling past the empty handicap spaces in this desolate parking lot. As soon as that happened, he was back in his seat, driving. What a trooper. Points for using that Mountain Dew as a rinse. And for getting right back in the car to traverse traffic once again.
I am not going with you guys.
Just as the Griswolds were once caught in a roundabout, taking note to point out Parliament and Big Ben, we had a similar experience. Day after day, the launch was delayed. And then, just as quick as Clark W. Griswold punched the moose outside of Wally World, the Antares rocket shot up into the heavens with a blaze of glory. What came next was another 8 hours of Pete and myself driving homebound. We stopped for breakfast 2 hours into the trip. I think in all the madness, about an hour after our breakfast, due to my audible anal discharges of intestinal gas, I may have pledged to have the window in Pete's car repaired at any expense. For the record, I may have uttered that promise under duress. I needed to vocalize some promising sentiments, as Pete had just mumbled, "I wished I was on that rocket instead of in this car right now." And then,
Oh, no.
as we were driving north on 87 in New York State, Pete has the audacity to say to me, "Hey, Kenny, look at all that snow." Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. He knows how I feel about that evil white crap. I let out one last good fart as a response, and we didn't talk the rest of the ride home. Who wants to go on a road trip with Kenny?
Oh, no.
We'll be right back after this.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Silent Killer Gas Passer.
Mr. Silent Killer Gas Passer.
Last night you had the enchilada combo platter. This morning, the 3-cheese omelet with broccoli. This afternoon, you're a ticking time bomb. Because of you, a simple elevator ride is suddenly a 42-floor plummet into the very bowels of hell.
You take my breath away.
Who did it? Who cares? Sweet mercy, please just someone light a match.
Sweet, sweet mercy.
So crack open an ice-cold Bud Light, oh ninja of the nasty. And while you're at it, crack open a window.
Mr. Silent Killer Gas Passer.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.